You can't try and be everything to everyone. You have to be different. Your big idea needs to be something that people can get immediately. If you go and take action towards your vision every day, people will help you get there.
Craig Ballantyne is the publisher of the world-renowned EarlyToRise.com success newsletter and author of the best-selling book, The Perfect Day Formula. His coaching clients have generated over $250 million in sales across multiple industries, and today he helps high-performance executives get more done, make more money, and have more freedom in their lives. He's also famous for creating the wildly successful turbulence training system used by over 1 million men and women around the world to help them lose weight quickly and safely without expensive equipment or any boring cardio exercise. Known as the godfather of productivity, Craig teaches quick and simple to implement systems to help you accelerate business growth, have massive breakthroughs in your life, and still get home on time for dinner. He's here today to teach you a new way of doing business, making more money, and living your dream life. Please put your hands together and help me welcome Craig the Godfather Ballantyne.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to help you get more done, make more money, and still get home on time for dinner. I'm also the author of The Perfect Day Formula, How to Own the Day and Control Your Life. And usually I speak on this topic for about 2 hours, but I only have 20 minutes, so I'm gonna talk really fast, like the guy who talks about the side effects in a Viagra commercial. I'm just kidding. But seriously, at the end of this 20-minute session, you're gonna go home with 5 personal rules that will help you become a better investor. And I'm also gonna give you a free copy of my book. I'm gonna show you guys how to get a free copy of my book, no strings attached, shipped directly to your house anywhere in the world. Now, why would I do that? Because I have an obligation as a speaker here at Stansberry's event to help make you the best investor you can possibly be. And now I know that a lot of you probably have a stack of Stansberry newsletters sitting at home on the kitchen table or in your office on your desk, and you just don't have time to get to it. So that's what we're gonna fix today. Now, that's not the only thing that we're gonna help you fix. I want you to think about the number one thing that's giving you stress or anxiety, the thing that's keeping you up at night. Now, I know that we all have this. In fact, that I have once had such severe and crippling anxiety that actually drove me to the hospital twice. It was 10 years ago, back in 2006. I was a very fortunate young man to have a business like Porter's. But instead of selling investment advice, I actually sold, and I still do, sell fitness programs, workouts, DVDs, books, stuff like that. And in 2006, everything was going so well that I was actually able to quit my job as a personal trainer and be able to do this full time. But it gave me too much freedom, and I suffered from what I call the paradox of freedom. It's the same thing that we see with rock stars, like Keith Richards, who have too much money and they have too much drugs, and same with young kids who come from families with big money, and the next thing you know, these kids are wrapping their Ferrari around a pole at 3 o'clock in the morning. They have too much freedom in their life. And what most people need is more structure. Because when you have more structure in your life, you become more successful. And so back when I was going through my time of having too much freedom in my life, I was staying out too late, chasing girls, doing all types of stuff that actually brought anxiety in my life. And one day I woke up in March of 2006 and I was suffering symptoms of a heart attack. And this went on for 6 weeks straight, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I had tingling from the top of my head down to the end of my fingertips, tight chest, I couldn't breathe, elevated heart rate. And so I went to the hospital twice over that 6-week period, and I walked in and I said, I think I'm having a heart attack. It was the lowest point in my life, 30 years old. And I'll tell you what, if you want to get to the front of the line in a busy emergency room, just walk in and say you're having a heart attack. They'll take you to the back really quickly. The nurse will hold your hand, just tell you everything's gonna be all right. And that's what I did twice. And again, it was the lowest point in my life. And so I tried everything to get over the anxiety. I did meditation. I did Qigong, which is standing meditation. I did Tai Chi. I did yoga. I did all of these things. Now, I didn't like any of them, but I did them because I was trying to overcome the anxiety. In fact, I even went and bought a dog because I read that petting a dog will help you decrease your anxiety. So I went and bought this cute little chocolate lab, and I brought him back from the farm out in the country where I bought him back into the city where I lived. And then I realized that this dog didn't want to walk around the block. He didn't want to play fetch. And every time that I left him back in my apartment, he would cry so much from the separation anxiety that my neighbors would leave nasty notes on my doors. And so I realized that I bought the dog version of me. And so it made it worse for a while. But eventually, because I did all of those things and I put more structure into my life, that I was able to overcome the anxiety attacks and get back to a normal life. And so I put a bunch of rules into my life. And that's what I want you guys to do. And when you put these rules into your life, you will have more structure, more freedom, you'll have more time to read the newsletters, and you'll become a better investor. Now, you might be thinking, Craig, I don't want any more rules. I don't want any more rules. My spouse has already given me rules. My doctor's given me rules on what to do. But that's not the same as this. When you put your own rules into your life, you have that structure so that you don't have that too much freedom. There's a person who said it even better than me. There's a guy named Paulo Coelho. He's an author. He wrote the book, The Alchemist, and he has this great quote. Discipline and freedom are not mutually exclusive, but mutually dependent, because without discipline, we will sink into chaos. I love that quote because it is so true. Because when we put that structure into our days, we will have more time so that we can get more done, we can make more money, and have time for what really matters in our life, which is the people and experiences around us. So let's look at rule number 1 that we're gonna put together for you. First, you're gonna have a wake up and go to bed time that's gonna be the same 7 days a week. Now I know this is just really exciting, right? You're gonna go to bed and get up at the same time every day. But trust me, this one change in my life has given me more energy than anything else I'd ever done. So I resisted this advice for 7 years. My mentor, Porter's mentor, Mark Ford, wrote about this for many, many years on the website Early to Rise that I eventually bought from Mark Ford. But when I finally did it, when I finally said, okay, I'm gonna try this out, gone were the 2 o'clock slumps in the afternoon. On Monday morning, I was ready to tackle the world, and I wasn't tired and dragging my butt until Wednesday because I slept in on the weekends and then couldn't fall asleep on Sunday night. It's the simplest change, and it is so effective. Now, I know there's gonna be nights when you're gonna stay up a little bit later. You know, you're here in Vegas with all these other people that you're gonna be meeting. You're not gonna get to bed at your normal time, and that's okay. But don't deviate from your morning wake-up time too much. And if you stick to this, if you try this out for 14 days, I guarantee you, you will see massive improvements in your energy so that you will then be able to better focus on reading your Stansberry newsletters and therefore becoming a better investor. Second rule, you're gonna spend 15 minutes first thing in the morning focused on your number 1 priority in life. It could be taking advantage of the number 1 opportunity in life, or it could be solving your number 1 problem. So here's what you're gonna do. When you get back home, if you're regularly getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, you're getting up at 6:45. You're gonna sneak downstairs, you're gonna sit down at your kitchen table with just pen and paper, no electronics, and you're gonna work on your number 1 priority in life. 15 minutes a day, 6 days a week, that's 6 hours a month, 72 hours a year of clear, uninterrupted thinking. Now just imagine what you can do with 72 hours of clear, uninterrupted thinking. You know, in 15 minutes a day, 6 days a week, in 3 months, you can write a 30,000 word book, 500 words a day, 6 days a week. Or you can sit down with your Stansberry newsletters and get 15 minutes of clear, uninterrupted thinking and finally get through the great advice that you're given all the time. So that's what you're gonna do. That's your second rule that you need to make. Identify your number 1 priority and make sure that you spend 15 minutes on it 6 days a week. Third rule that you're gonna put in place is the number 1 rule for your health. The number 1 rule for your health that can make the greatest impact on your life. When you improve your health, you improve your energy. When you improve your energy, you improve your focus. When you improve your focus, you have a better opportunity to take advantage of the information that you're going to study in those newsletters. So what could it be? Well, for example, one time I was interviewed by a guy from Australia. He had this great idea that as long as he got out and did 3 swims in the ocean at 20 minutes every week, that was all he needed to have as his foundation for better health. Everything else would take care of itself. So you don't need 25 rules for your health. You just need one major health rule that I want you to implement into your life. 4th rule, your wealth rule that makes you richer every day. That one activity that is going to make you at least $10 richer every day, as my mentor Mark Ford taught me. He said, make sure that you end every day at least $10 richer than you were the day before. So what are you going to do? Now you're going to identify, okay, what's that one thing in my life that can make me more money, that can make me wealthier today than I was yesterday? If you're a salesman like me, that means getting on the phone and having sales calls with people. If you're a writer, it means writing pages for your book. And if you're an investor, it means studying the newsletters that you get so that you become an investor and make better decisions so that you end up wealthier every day. Now, this can be combined with your 15 minutes, first thing in the morning rule. You spend 15 minutes first thing studying and working on the thing that is going to grow your wealth. And number 5, this is the most important rule of all. You're going to have a not to do rule. Now, everybody here has temptations. Everybody here has vices, obstacles, and distractions in your life. And you need to identify what that number one thing is that's throwing you off track. And you need to put up a wall and barrier around you to protect yourself from that temptation and distraction. An extreme example. Let's say one of your friends is a recovering alcoholic. Well, 6.5 days a week, they can go to meetings, they can say the serenity prayer, they can drink water at every meal. But if one of your other friends invites them out to happy hour on Friday afternoon and they make that decision to go, they've ruined everything. And it's the same with investing. You can do so many of the right things and then make one mistake where you lose a lot of money. And so it doesn't matter what it is in your life that you know you need to stop doing, make a rule around that right now. Make that rule about your not to-do list. For me as a young man, I struggled with email like so many people. Wake up in the morning, roll over, check your email on your phone. But I knew each time that I did that, it led me down this rabbit hole of wasting time, of negative energy. And so I started, 7:30 today, I'm not going to check it till 7:35 tomorrow. I'm not going to check it till 7:40 the day after that. Eventually I worked up till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Some days I can go the entire day without checking my email because I have control over it now. So that's what you need to do. If you're one of those people who had 1 drink with dinner that slipped into 4 drinks with dinner and now you're waking up every day during the week groggy and you can't think and you're wasting your 15 minutes in the morning, then you need to make a simple rule. I don't drink on work nights. I don't drink from Sunday through Friday. Maybe I have a couple of drinks on the weekend, but I'm not going to drink on these other days because it's holding me back from achieving what I really want to achieve in life. And that's it. Those are the 5 simple rules that you need to put in place. They'll give you more time, they'll make you more money, and they'll help you achieve what you want to achieve so that you can focus on what really matters in life. So usually, like I said, I have about 2 hours on this topic alone and about a full day on everything that's in my book. So I'm going to give you a copy of my book at freeperfectday.com. I'll ship it to you anywhere in the world, no strings attached, no shipping and handling, nothing. I'll just send you a copy of the book. Because in the book, you're going to find out how to set the more rules for your life so that you get more done, so you have structure in your day. It's also going to have the 5 pillars of success. It'll show you how to get and achieve any transformation in your life. And then it'll help you create the vision for your life so that you can achieve exactly what you want. So that's it at freeperfectday.com. Get a copy of my book. I'll ship it to you. It doesn't matter where you live. So that's it. That's all you need to do. Set those rules up. You'll get more done, you'll make more money, become a better investor, and most importantly, when you have the structures and systems in place, you'll have the freedom in life that you desire and you deserve. Thank you.